on your mat. All right, guys. So take a wide-ish stance with your legs a little bit wider than hip distance or shoulder. Sorry, a little bit wider than squat distance apart. I'm just going to give you 10 good mornings here. Reaching those hips back as far as you can. Bring your shoulders down to hip height. Just easing into that stretch. It should feel good after your workout. You guys are all nice and warm. Lovely, nice flat back. Think of sticking your hips back and keeping a slight arch in that low back. Lovely. Once you're done, guys, you might need to bring your feet a little bit closer. You can turn your toes out slightly. We're going to go for 10 wide squats. I'm aiming to keep my torso nice and upright here as I squat my knees, drawing them out towards my baby toe, getting my hips down to knee height, and keeping my back nice and upright. 10 slow reps, feeling the stretch on the inner thigh as you squat. Lovely work. Once we've 10 of those, guys, you might want to bring your feet a little bit closer again. We're going to go for some hip circles. I'm going to really push that hip out to the side as much as you can. And then push those hips forward into the other hip and back and through. 5 in each direction. Nice and slow, reaching into each part of this circle. So trying to feel a stretch at every point. 5 in each direction. Take your time, guys. Really push into the sides, the front and the back. Lovely. Once you've done 10, we're going to go wide again, guys. We're going to make our way through some side squats and then eventually down into our Cossack squat. So you might need to go wider with the feet as you get deeper with your hips. So just sticking those hips back. Now you can drop your chest forward as much as you need. Make sure that bent knee is drawing out over your baby toe. Keeping good alignment with the knee and the foot. And as it starts to feel good, I'm going to pop my socks up here. I'm going to take my feet a little bit wider. And I'm going to get my hands on the floor, lift that heel of my bent leg, trying to sit my hips all the way down to my heel. You can take a minute if you get to that bottom position, then back through the center and over onto the other side. Yeah, we'll do. Lovely, guys. You can use your hands if you need, or go without. Lovely, Philly. Nice, Philly. Woo! New dance move. Guys, I'm just noticing some of you do look a bit narrow with the legs. So Nicole, Philly, Jackie, just go an inch or two wider for me. Very nice, Carly. They are looking really good as well. Excellent progress on those Cossack squat, guys. So I'm actually going to take a little pause here at the bottom. If you want to have a quick look at my setup, I'll just show you what it looks like when you are too narrow. So my feet are a little bit narrow here, and you can see how my hip is kind of pushed out to the side here. and my foot is almost under the middle of my hips. So my feet are too narrow. So I'm going to take them wider. And now as I drop down, this bent leg foot is way out to my side. My hips are dropped on the inside of the foot. I got my shoulder on the inside pushing that knee out. And if you can drop onto your heel. Turning your toe at an angle as much as you need, but trying to keep your knee in line with your toes. So guys, get into the best position you can, using any assistance, holding onto something, the floor even, keeping that heel lifted if you need. And we're going to hang out here for 45 seconds.
Sorry, I have to answer the door. Can your foot on the ground be up on your toe, like your ball?
Yes, it absolutely can, Philly.
Okay.
So Nicole, can you go wider with me? Do you see how your right foot is almost under your hips? I want you to take it wider. Nice, Hannah. There we go. So you want as much distance between your 2 feet as possible. Lovely, guys. Keep holding. Good, Donald. Good. And bending that knee. We should just be on one side for now. Nice, Sinead. Your straight leg, guys, if you can just pay attention to it, try to turn the foot up to the sky. So your knee and foot is up at the sky. Lovely.
Hayden, yeah. Come here. What? Sorry.
You're okay, Jackie?
Forgot to do myself.
And when you're ready, guys, make your way over to the other side. You don't have to do it now, guys, but if you have like the banister of a stairs or some upright that you can hold on to if you want to practice these, that will allow you really sit those hips back. And then the idea is that your bent leg, that shin becomes vertical. Nicole, I'm coming at you again to make those feet wider. There we go. Nice, and turn that straight leg, guys. Turn that foot up to the sky. Really good work, Carly. Lovely, Jackie. Jackie, can you sit your hips down and then lift them up again? I'll show you as you guys stay there. So from here, Jackie, just sit your hips all the way to the floor. So I'm sitting, and then I'm going to push forward back into my Cossack position. So sitting back and lifting through again. It looks like you're low enough in your position to try that. Okay, guys, take another 10 seconds here. And when you're ready, out you come. I'm going to take the next stretch to the wall, but you do not need a wall if you're not near one at the moment. So don't worry, you can do this just on your yoga mat wherever you are. But if you do have access to a wall, it's just a nice little way to keep your feet or your legs in good alignment. All right, guys, to set yourself up, you're lying on your back. If you're using the wall, you're going to get your hips as close to the wall as you can, and then turn down onto your back. So my feet are in line with the wall, straight up to the sky. And if not, guys, just get into this position in the middle of the floor, but try to keep your hips or your feet over your hips and not too far forward. Lovely. When we're all ready, guys, I'm not using the wall. I'm going to lift my heels off the wall. It's just there to keep me honest. And I'm going to drop my legs open as wide as I can and then close them again. Nice and controlled. We're going to go for 10 reps, trying to get a little bit wider with those legs each time. Lovely. 6, 7. Pull those legs wide, actively pull them down when you come to your straddle. 9. And on that last step, guys, for 10, I'm going to hang out here. And we're just going to do 10 little pulses. So really little ankle lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep your feet out here, guys. We're going to hang out here for a minute or so and do a little active passive stretch. So taking the palm of your hand just above the inside of your knee and allow the weight of your hands kind of push yourself into a little bit of a wider straddle. When I say go, I want you to try and close your legs, but using your hands as a resistance, you're going to push back against your legs for 10 seconds. You can start a little bit softer, but increasing the intensity from 50 all the way to 100. All right, 3, 2, 1, and off you go. Try to close the legs. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I want you to pull your legs even wider using your hips. For 3, 2, 1, and stay where you are. Just relax everything. Oh, Philly, stay where you are. We're going to do that one more time, guys, and then we're just going to relax for another 30 seconds. And here we go. Hands on your inside of your knee. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Remove your hands, but keep pulling your legs wide. Actively pulling them. You might shake a little bit here for 3, 2, 1. Relax everything, guys, and just stay here. If you are against the wall, now you can relax your heels against the wall. And we're just hanging out, letting the weight of our legs into that straddle. If you're uncomfortable, guys, and you don't have the wall to relax your legs, I'll let you bend your knees a little bit and maybe just bring your hands on the inside. Bend your knees towards your chest. Yeah, all right, Billy?
There's there's guys doing my mom's kitchen and like I'm doing the fucking split.
I'm not going to ask what way you're facing.
I know, but I just feel fucking doing splits at the sit.
They'll only be jealous. Really, really good work. We're going to do, in another 30 seconds, guys, I'm going to get you to bring your legs together. But we're going to stay in this position. We're going to come into a happy baby pose. If you're a yogi, you know this one. That little squeaky toy is coming from my end. I have a little four-legged creature with me today. All right, guys, so you can use your hands to assist. Oh, those legs closed. Whoo! And just pull your knees into your chest for a second and give yourself a little low back massage. Rock side to side here. Over onto your 2 PSIS, those 2 bony bits at the end of your back. Lovely. From here, guys, in a nice tuck position, I'm going to place my hands on my knees, pull your knees wide into your armpits, and then you're going to send the soles of your feet up to the sky. Then I'm going to bring my hands on the inside of my feet, wrapping around the arches of my foot. And I'm going to get a nice stretch here, trying to press my knees down the outside of my side body into my happy baby pose. And just chill. Taking some big, deep belly breaths. Pausing at the top. And nice long exhales, guys. We'll go for another couple of breaths here. Inhale. And one more inhale and exhale. Lovely, guys. You can release your feet, roll yourself over to the side, and just pick yourself up out of that stretch. Oh, that should have felt nice. Coming into a seated position, giving our inner thighs a little bit of a rest here. Come to our 90-90 position, guys, for your rotations. So making a 45-degree angle with the legs. And then keeping a 90-degree bend in your knees. Pop your hands back behind you. Push yourself up into a nice, strong, tall posture. So sitting as tall as you can. And we're going to drop those knees down to the left and back to the right. Just going back and forth for 10 reps, guys. As that knee comes down on the inside, lean into that stretch a little bit. So try to sit forward with the upper body, pushing that chest out towards your knee that has fallen inside. Trying to keep both butt cheeks on the ground. One will lift, but just the idea that you're trying to keep both of them connected will get you into that nice stretch. Lovely. All right, on that next turn, guys, I just want you to just pause in this position. Check in that you still have two 90-degree bends in both knees. Lovely. You're going to face forward. We're going to take our attention to our back foot. You're going to give me 10 heel lifts with that back leg. Trying to keep your torso, guys, as upright as possible and as stationary as possible. So avoid any rocking. You might want to lean a little bit forward and then hold that position, but the aim is to stay as upright as possible. And just get that very slight heel lift on the back foot for 10. Here we go. 9, 8, a little pause at the top, 7. This one can cramp in the hip. Just readjust if it does. 5, 4, 3, 2. On that last one, guys, we're going to hold it up for 10, 9, 8. Feel that muscle working at the top of your hip. Keep pulling that heel as high as you can for 3, 2, and 1. Excellent, guys. Relax the heel. We're going to do some leg lifts with the same leg, or knee lifts, should I say. So again, sitting nice and tall, opening up that knee, trying to keep everything else stationary and bringing it back to the floor. So drawing it open as far as you can and back down for 10. That's 3, 4. Try to keep the only moving part, guys, that hip joint. Internal and external rotation. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. All right, we're going to stay on this side for one more. Now I want you to rotate those shoulders so you're facing your outside leg. All right, I'm going to try and square my shoulders up as much as I can. My leg in front of me, my knee and ankle should be in a nice straight line. I'm going to drop my chest forward, bringing both shoulders down together, feeling a nice stretch into my outer hip. And breathe. Hanging out here for 60 seconds. If this feels good, guys, you can straighten that back leg and try to draw that back hip, the front of your hip, drawing it down into your mat as much as you can. So keep pulling that hip from your back side down into the ground. ,20 seconds. Keep pulling those hips. Dropping your chest nice and low. Three, two, one. Excellent, guys. Just pick yourself up. You can rebend that back leg if you need to. And you're going to rotate over to the other side. All right, so check in with your setup. You have a 90-degree bend in both knees. Get your torso nice and upright, guys. We're going for 10 key lifts on that back leg again. Lean forward as much as you need to and then hold that position to get your heel just a centimeter to an inch off the floor. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, little pause at the top. 4, 5, I'm getting some cramps. 6, 7, 8, 9. We're holding this last rep for 10. 9, 8. Keep pulling that heel. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Guys, you should be feeling that pinch feeling right at the top of that outer hip. Okay, our knee lifts next. Again, get in a nice stationary position. Lifting that knee back, opening it as wide as you can, and down for 10. 9, 8, 7, feeling that hip joint. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. All right, getting ready for our pigeon. So turning the shoulders to face your front leg, making sure your knee and ankle are in a nice straight line. And we're going to drop our chest down over your shin, aiming for about mid-shin. Paying attention to the shoulders, guys. One shoulder is probably going to be a little bit higher here. So try to twist and draw that shoulder down to the ground. And if it feels good, you can lengthen out the back leg. Aiming to get the front of your foot and your knee turned down to the floor. And drawing the hip of the back knee down into your mat as well. All right, we're here for a minute. If it's more comfortable to keep it bent, you can do that as well. Keep drawing that chest closer and closer to the ground. About 20 seconds. Last 5, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent work, guys. Up you come. Whew, shake it off. We are going to finish with our straddle sit today. So starting off, or coming back to our starting position in a straddle, but we're going to sit this time. If you have tight hips, guys, I recommend popping a yoga block or a cushion or something under your hips just to prop you up slightly. So I'm going to take that to sit on. And then I'm going to take a nice straddle position on the floor. Coming nice and wide to feel comfortable, just getting a little stretch on the inner side. And we're just going to do a little bit of tension work here. So with your feet, I just want you to give me 10 flex and point. Flex and point. As you point, I want you to squeeze your quads and squeeze your kneecaps as well to get nice tension in those legs. Pressing the back of your knee down into the ground. All right, guys, we'll finish here on a point. So I want you to think of squeezing your kneecaps. So you're pressing the back of your knee down, squeezing the quads. And we're going to sit up as tall as you can here. I'm actually going to demo this by using the wall as well to have good alignment in the spine. So before I move, I want to make sure that my spine is really nice and straight. The crown of my head over my shoulders, over my rib cage and over my hips. I'm focusing now on hinging from the hips, so I'm going to move as one piece forward until I feel a nice stretch and come back to that upright position. The difference is people often fold forward and round the spine, which you're going to lose that stretch in the hamstring and hip. So as straight as you can, guys. Here we go for 10 good mornings. Easing into your lean, maybe leaning a little bit further as you get warmer. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and on this last stretch, guys, we're going to stay in the forward position, and 10. So you can take your hands out in front of you to support a nice strong chest so you're not rounding or collapsing into the floor. Maybe you get your elbows to the ground, or you can just reach your hands out in front. All right, guys, we're going to go for a little walk over to our left leg. So just reaching my hands as far as I can, walking them over to my left foot. Just frame your leg. Maybe you're framing your knee, your shin, your ankle, wherever it is. And then you're going to take that walk